Hey guys, welcome to another video of Lost Boy Comics. In this video, I'm going to be going over my sketch covers that I've got done this week and some from past couple of weeks, but a lot of them were done this week. One of them has been sold, so I will go over which one's been sold, but all the others are available on the website. So link will be down in the description for the website. You can get sketch covers, my comic, sketch cards, original art, all of the good stuff. Let me know in the comments below which sketch cover you prefer, which ones you like, what characters maybe I should do next, as I have a bunch of sketch covers to get through, because I'm trying to get them done for a con and just update the website with a bit more content on there. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. So the first one we have here is a Swamp Thing one that I finished yesterday. This one only took like 3 hours from me sketching it up, getting the idea, sketching it up, and then putting it onto the cover, inking it, and doing all the cross hatching. So this one is inspired by the Bernie Wrightson image of like the zombie bursting out from the ground, and then I basically just did it as Swamp Thing. So kind of showing homage to Bernie Wrightson, who is iconic for his Swamp Thing stuff. So we've got a character that he's really known for, and then a design which I see a lot everywhere and I absolutely love it. And then obviously I kind of cut it off here, so it's more of just the torso and then the arm coming down. First time using a yellow cover, and it was actually all right to work with. I've had it in my box for probably a year, and because it's yellow, it's always put me off. But I finally got it out. All the old stuff that I've had for a while, I'm just bringing out and just doing something on it. Not really overthinking it and getting one done a day. But yeah, this is this one here. Then we have this Rogue one. This one I did yesterday as well, just before the Swamp Thing. So it was kind of like one evening and then a morning to work on this one. And I wanted to kind of do it like a poster kind of thing, like a pin-up poster. So we have the name in more of a script font here, and it kind of cuts into the image of Rogue with the R here. So I really liked how that kind of framed everything, and then we just have like the torso and the head, and this one took a bit longer than normal to do this one, to get like the facial shape and all the hair. So but I do like this one. I was debating doing this one in color, but after doing the red text for Rogue and it matched with kind of just the red X-Men, the blood splatter and the red up here, I kind of liked how it had the just black, white and red, and I don't know if you can see properly. I can't see the camera, but so there was rust on the original staples. So a customer that was getting some commissions done, he had it in his box and he just saw it had all the rust and would just send it to me, see if I could work with anything. So what I did is I took out the rusted staples, took them out and then put in new ones and tried to clean up a bit of the card where the rust bit, so it's kind of just stained it. So I got most of it out. And as I was taking it apart, I realized half of the pages are actually missing in this book. They're like cut in half. So it was strange because it doesn't really feel like it's missing anything. When you feel it, it still feels quite thick, but it's just because it's half of them pages are still there. It's just the others. But when you have it on display, you're not going to see it. But yeah, that was the Rogue one. Then we have this Invincible portrait with a battle damage with a little hint of red. I just like how just little hints of red just really pop on the black and white work. So we did this one. Yeah, it's bigger portrait than I normally do. So because the area is a lot larger than some of the others, so I kind of tried to fill it as much as possible. Um, and I started watching Invincible the other day. I got two episodes in and like 10 minutes into the third episode, and I stopped watching. I don't really think it's for me. I don't really like. I think it's the animation and the voice acting seems like they're reading lines, so it wasn't really good for me. But it's Invincible is always a good one to draw, and it always does well when you post it. So I will always do Invincible, even though I'm not enjoying it. Then this one I did at the start of the week, and this has sold, but it's just put it on hold for a minute. That's why it's still in the collection. Had the Lobo cover when it came out a couple of weeks ago. Definitely wanted to do like a Simon Bisley kind of inspired piece, as I absolutely love Simon Bisley's work. And the first cover of the Lobo was just a massive, like, kind of zoomed in portrait. So I kind of stuck with that. But this time I did the acrylic ink to get the blue. So layered in the blue and this like grayish blue for the hair and around the eyes. Then we have the red on the eyes there. The red here is acrylic ink, and then the cigar I did with color pencil, just because then I could get the right brown, or like, as close to the right brown, than trying to mix all of these inks, because I only have primary colors. So for the blue is fine, the red, but like this one I had to kind of mix colors together. So the less mixing I do, the better. And then obviously did all the cross hatching as well. So this one was a fun one, and I posted it on my story, and within the first 10 minutes of it being up on my story, someone had claimed it. This one also has two signatures because I did it in a grey pen here and it didn't really show up as much. So I did one up here. So this one is a 1 of 1 with two sigs on it, which is pretty cool. Then we have this Terminator one. Again, another cover I've had in the box for a while, and finally got it out and thought about what I wanted to do. Definitely wanted to kind of be more for the film. So we have Arnold Schwarzenegger here with like the younger version of him from like the first film, and then he's got that kind of ripped up skin and showing the Terminator exoskeleton underneath, and then I used a red pen and then two different grey pens layering on top to kind of dull that red down so it wasn't as bright. But I really like how this one turned out. To me, I can still see it's him. So hopefully other people can still see it's kind of him. I think as well, because a lot of us know, if you didn't grow up in this time, like I didn't, but I know of the films. I associate him as being slightly older, so seeing a young version of him, I can still see it's him, but it doesn't resonate with me too much. But it goes with the film. Yeah, really like this one as well. Then we have the Spider-Man Invincible team up. Wanted kind of a crouched down Spider-Man for this one. So we crouched him down. I put him on like a gothic-y cross because I just like the gothic religious stuff. I think it just looks really cool. He's like super exaggerated on all of the kind of points, so it's quite pointy in his design and with Invincible's design. And then I've got just Invincible floating behind. So I do like the composition in this one. I just think if I was going to do it again, I might have kind of separate them a little bit more, so you can kind of see both. They kind of feel separate. He seems quite close behind Spider-Man here, but I do like how this one turned out. Though it's not like I don't think there's a cover that I've done that I've not fully liked. There's always like bits, but I would tweak little bits here and there. And because this one is just grey, black and white as like the original cover, so just keeping it in black and white on the design, I think is quite nice. Then we have this Daredevil one. So Daredevil was big for a minute for the release of this #1 from Marvel. Like they had the blind bags, they had a sign-in Forbidden Planet, which I went to with the artist. So it was a big release for this. There was I got a bunch of sketch covers, and I did two. I think I've done three, including this one, of Daredevil sketch covers, and I think I only have this one left. I think two went out to other people, and this one I had kind of the idea in the morning just before the sign in, of having kind of Daredevil with a stained glass window behind, and I kind of made it look like he's breaking through it, but I didn't fully go and commit to the breaking through. It was more or less just to make Daredevil stand out from all of this, and I did just red, and then I coloured in the blue logo red as well, but because it has a blue underneath, it went a little bit darker than this red, which is fine. It still ties it all in together. And then went for more of a simple blocky Daredevil design with this one. It still had the cross hatching, but it looks more like a punk poster, like a hand cut poster, which I kind of wanted to go for. So I really like how this one turned out, and then just filled in the area that was left in the blue line print on the blank, filled that in black just to fill in all these bits. But yeah, really like how this one turned out, and this one is available on the site. And then lastly, we have Absolute Batman. This one is issue 13, blank cover, and I've had this one again for a while. Just haven't got around to doing it. I think because there's so much hype for Absolute Batman, and because he's so like large in size, it kind of puts me off drawing him. But I did this one. I had the design without all the black and just the highlights. It was like a normal silhouette that went up around here and then down, and you can see a little bit of the line here. I still thought it looked good, and then I did the mock-up on the iPad where it was just the highlights and then the grey suit, and I think it looked way better. But because the DC sketch covers, when you use an ink, they do soak in the ink quite a lot, so the pens always look grey, and then you can see where the pen goes over each other, it goes a bit darker. So that is just one little thing about this design, and the way this shapes here, it doesn't, you can't see the peck coming round, but that's how his design would be, I guess. So maybe if I just filled in this black, it might be okay, but that was my only thing. After doing this, I saw the character design for Absolute Scarecrow, and then I was like, I should have done Absolute Scarecrow instead on this cover, because it fits my vibe a lot more. And I don't have any more Absolute Batman covers left, but I have a bunch of like DC all-in ones, so I could probably just do him on there. But that was the last one that I've done this week. I've got another one, as recording this, it's Friday. I've got one more that I'm going to work on today, but I just wanted to show off what I've kind of got done this week and in the past like couple of weeks as well, but a lot of them were done this week. I've been getting 1 to 2 done a day this week, which is pretty cool. Just getting through my box ready for when I go to the con next month, and then I'll just put them on the site. So if they sell before, that's completely fine, but if they don't, then I've got loads of stock to take to try and sell in person. But that was my little video on the sketch covers that I've done. Thanks for watching. Tell me in the comments which one you liked, which one you prefer. They are all available apart from the Lobo one on the website. Some of them haven't been put on yet, but they should be put on by the time this video goes out, and that is lostboy-comics.com, and you can find all the sketch covers, my Hellbound comic, and original art, and also sketch cards as well. So go on there, see if there's anything you like, and you can grab it. We do worldwide shipping, so doesn't matter where you are, you can get one done. You can grab one on there, and if you want a commission done, just message me on Instagram or on TikTok, and that is lostboy-comics on everything else.